Cannot believe the amount I learned from Buzz Aldrin. Yeah, that's me and him doing the whole thing in the zero gravity thing. Kind of cool to go up and do zero gravity with a guy from space. But after I met him, I started studying a lot of the things that he was teaching out there. And I thought, wow, there's some great things. So let me give you Buzz's top 20 quotes, right? Number one, and this one's quite contentious, but I think, and if you read it in context, I'll explain it to you. I think the American dream used to be achieving one's goals in your field of choice, and from that, all other things would follow. He then insinuates it's become a negative by saying, now I think the dream has morphed into the pursuit of money, accumulate enough of it, and the rest will follow. I cannot agree more. Our passion for achieving our goal in our field of choice yields the results of success rather than trying to chase success for success's own fact. Number two, average people tend to think about merely maintaining the status quo. Unsuccessful people think about simply surviving. So yeah, get rid of survival, get rid of status quo. Innovators and explorers, of which obviously Buzz is one, innovators and explorers think about what might be possible. Go to work every day thinking about what might be possible. Come home and see your kids every day, what might be possible. Number three, there's a need for accepting responsibility for a person's life and making choices that are not just ones for immediate short-term comfort. You need to make an investment, and the investment is in health and education. Did you read that? You need to make an investment, and the investment is in health and education. I love the wisdom coming out of Buzz. I think that I was lucky enough to meet the guy, but they're just sitting down and thinking about and pondering on what is it that makes success happen. These are the things. So let's do number four. You're not going to change the minds of people who are looking for attention. Dang. Not going to change the minds of people who are looking for attention. They're not out there to try and get you to change their mind. They're just out there to get attention. Number five. Pick an amazing dream and go for it. Don't merely make a living, make a life. Launch out farther than you've ever gone before. Today you have a shot at forever. Dang. Big think. Number six, one of the keys to a successful life in any field is learning to take responsibility for ourselves. Rather than waiting for someone else to do something for us. Take responsibility. Don't wait for it. Dang. Home truths from Buzz Aldrin, as read by me, Brad Sugars. Number seven. Let's dive into it. It's real easy to manufacture what you think people want to hear, but that's not very honest. Thank you, Buzz. Reminder, speak my truth. Number eight. A family needs to work as a team, supporting each other's individual aims and aspirations. Family, a team, we all need to work together to support each other's aims and aspirations. Number nine, there are always door openings, and gradually it accumulates. Think about that. There are always door openings. The opportunities open up in front of you. A buddy of mine once said it best. He said, Brad, the deal of the century comes along every week. The doors are always opening, and be ready for that. Number 10, heavy lifting doesn't need to be about heavy spending if we do the job right. Simple but true. This one I love, and it's definitely a Buzz quote. Shoot for the moon, you might get there. Yes, thank you, Buzz, for the humor thrown in at the end of most of your speeches I've seen. Number 12, bravery comes along as a gradual accumulation of discipline. Think about that for a second. Bravery comes along as a gradual accumulation of discipline. The more you do, the braver you get. Number 13, this is possibly the one I quote of him the most. Keep in mind that progress is not always linear. Now, here's how he put it. It takes constant course correction and often a lot of zigzagging. Unfortunate things happen, accidents occur, and setbacks are usually painful, but that does not mean we quit. I remember listening to Buzz tell the story at dinner of how the zigzag level of them going to the moon was just permanent. It was like, and someone once read the stat to me that it was like 97% of the time they were not exactly on track. Only 3% of the time were they exactly on track. That's probably why I use that quote the most. Number 14, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. What he meant by that, of course, is that the people with whom you repeatedly choose to associate with have an enormous impact on you, either positively or negatively. I got that not only from Buzz, but from Jim Rohn, from so many other great teachers, that The 5 people you hang out with the most are going to determine where you're going. So hang out more with me. Hang out with what we're doing here online. Let's learn together. Number 15, to me, that is one of the most important principles of life. Never leave your friends behind. Can't say it better. Never leave your friends behind. Bring them with you. Invite them with you. Now, some of them will choose to stay behind. Some of them will choose not to come on the journey with you exactly the same way you do. But don't leave them behind. Give them choices. Number 16, remember your mind is like a parachute. If it isn't open, it doesn't work, so keep an open mind. Again, something I've heard from so many different mentors over the years. Keep an open mind. That's the way to do it. Number 17, failure is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that you're alive and growing. See, if you're not trying new things, it's easy to not fail. It's easy to not fail. Don't do anything. If you're trying new things, trying to grow, keeping moving forward, definitely going to be there. Number 18, to succeed in any environment, you have to believe in yourself. You must have an unshakable confidence in your own ability to achieve your goals and get the job done. Imagine how much confidence you must have had, him and Neil going to the moon type thing. I mean, that just blows my mind when you think about it that way. Number 19, always be open to advice from others. But what matters most is who you want to be, not merely what you want to do. Think about that just for a moment. Be open to advice, but what matters most is who you want to be. Who do you want to be? Who do you want to become? Who are you growing into? Not what you want to do. Number 20, love the start of this one, love the meaning of the whole thing. Nothing is impossible. You must have a passion for what you want to do and a plan for where you want to go if you ever hope to get there. See, nothing is impossible. What's that really mean? Everything's possible. You can do it. You know, when I just can't believe I was lucky enough to meet this man and then study all of the wisdom he has, listen to many of his speeches. Buzz Aldrin, second guy on the moon, but first here today in great quotes on how you and me succeed. Thank you, Buzz.